get to talk the thing with Kim in a few. Big up to Kim, wherever she is across the globe. We're going to start calling her traveling residence, Kim.
Right.
You know what the flex right about now. But yeah, big up to Kim. Big up to DJ MV Stone, the travelers, them. You know, big up to Bree. Me and I travel, but we don't go so far. We get back here by Friday. So, guys, if you're checking in on the Instagram Live, yeah, that's her over there in the corner. That's Lady Bree. Give them a wave. Mm-hmm. All right, you get two. You get double bubble. So, we're talking to you this week about 10 most common men's mental health challenges. So, you know, we are faced with all these challenges as men. And then when it comes to mental health, some of these things are either overlooked or, you know, shoved to the side. Cause one of the biggest things that has hit the stage when it comes to men's mental health is that if a man is going through something, what's the most popular phrase? What do people tell you to do?
Yeah, man not for cry.
Right? They say man not to cry. Or they give you the instructions, brother, how you do? Man up. Yeah. Man up. What does that mean?
Man down to those things, man.
If I'm falling down, man up is your solution. Come on, please. Right? And then you know the other popular ones that may come from it, you know, either say, as I say, man a man. Every man for themselves. You know,
no wheat jellyback or something.
don't be no wheat jellyback. Like there are so many things that really put the men, you know, by themselves out there. Like we're stranded. You know, so we're gonna look into these topics today to get some answers for you as we look into 10 most common men's mental health challenge that we may face. All right. So, men are less likely than women to be diagnosed with any of the most common mental health disorders, right? So all the mental health issues, they usually, you know, tie that in with women. Those of you just joining on Instagram Live, you can share your views, share your comments. You can hit the follow button as well if you're not yet following. No. Those who have received a diagnosis are also less likely to seek treatment. So when a man hears that, you know, hey, you know, say you have this issue or that condition, okay, doc. He doesn't follow up, right? So the crazy thing about it is that men are 4 times as likely to die by suicide than women. So when these pressure hit the men, they are more likely to take their lives than women. But yet still we are not giving the attention to men's mental health that is needed. And the sad part of it as well is that the men them not look after themselves either.
Nope.
So why don't men receive yeah, what?
Bottle up everything.
Bottle up. Yeah. Cause guess why? The next phrase that was said is that you have to hold it like a G.
Same so.
So, you know, you hurt? Don't cry, bossy. Hold it like a G. You know, don't express your feelings to anyone. Hold it like a everything with us a bottle up, as Breeze says. Right? So why don't men receive the diagnosis and care that they need to heal from common male mental health disorders? Social norms around gender teach youth and young men that they should be emotionally strong and avoid showing vulnerability or asking for help from others. All right, so in addition, men sometimes lack what's known as mental health literacy. Boy, that one has sound rough. But basically, it's the ability to recognize, identify, and describe their emotions. You alright, my friend? Yeah, man, me alright, man. Me alright. Me alright. Me just kind of down, you know, but me alright. Like, bro, what are you feeling? What kind of emotions are you nervous? Are you, you know, depressed? Are you, you know, women don't have any issues throwing around these terms. You know,
Okay.
she missed her nail appointment. Oh my gosh, I'm depressed. Like,
Stress right out.
you know what I'm saying? But men, we are always okay for some strange reason. We don't express our true emotions because we let you, as it says, we don't really know how to do it. We haven't been taught. We haven't been given the opportunity to express ourselves like that. So therefore, men who are experiencing mental health problems tend to downplay their symptoms. They don't acknowledge what they're going through, and they are reluctant to seek help because there's another stigma to say, boy, brother, I go mad in my mad out. Especially when there's a girl involved. Brother, you met the girl, I'm mad, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Fully am.
And I
But
mean, society does not want that to be a norm.
mhm.
It's like once a guy shows his emotions, it's something that oh, almost as if they're ostracized.
Yeah, yeah, man. Cause guess why? Usually there's a term again once the guys are too, emotional or expressive. Yeah, man, I'm girly, girly. Like we don't get a chance to breathe, right? So we have to be tough and be like a cardboard all the time, or a two before. We have to just be strong and tough and no feelings. But guess what, people? In Talk the Thing with Kim, this evening, we'll be looking at the 10 most common mental health challenges men face. All right, so it is said that 1 in every 10 men struggle with anxiety and or depression. However, men don't tend to talk openly about their feelings or their emotional struggles, such as feeling sad, feeling worthless, anxious, or hopeless. As a result, mental health issues in young men often go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed. That means that far more men are suffering than male. That means that far more men are suffering from male mental health statistics. Oh, sorry. Let me say that again. Because the mental health issues often go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed, that means that far more men are suffering than even the statistics would show. All right? So, only about half of them with these issues seek support. So, what about the other half, right? So, why don't men access mental health services? Here are some of the reasons. All right. As we said earlier, they don't do this thing for one, fear of looking weak. Because society teaches men that they need to be strong, they need to be tough. So if you're feeling down, yeah, man, brother, if you feel down, get up, go do something. Right? I mean, it's crazy when you look at it. If only we can start to change the socialization of our young men and even some of the older ones like myself. All right? There's also a difficulty recognizing what they are feeling and misinterpreting what depression or anxiety for normal stress. I think there was a song by Valiant where it said Beer and Salt. A line from the song, we just got through a rough part. So every day, yeah man, I'm good enough gym, I just in a rough patch right now. Everybody in a rough patch as a man. Right? The ladies them, they're gonna tell you, whoa, me stress out. Whoa, me depressed.
And sometimes when you hear what the stress is,
No,
you're like,
we don't,
what?
yeah, we don't really want to know about, but they're very expressive about what they're going through. But the man them, we are simply, yeah, we just have a bad day, That's it. We don't go into any details. We don't expand. That everything is compact because we don't want to share too much and then be looked at as, oh, yeah, weak man, right? So these are some of the reasons why we're not able or open to accessing these services because we don't want to be seen like that. Men also believe that they should be handling everything on their own without professional help. Yeah, man, just give me a look. Just need a look at 2D, a look at 3D, and I'll be back in my feet. We just need a look at time away from everybody. They also would probably go towards the substances. Yeah, I just need a look at one draw. I'm in meds out, Give me a look at beer and look at thing. Yeah. But we don't access or we don't open up our mind to say, listen, me, this is something that we need help with, right? So that we also have that reluctance to share our emotions and experiences with a mental health professional. So even across Jamaica, a lot of persons, we're still terrified about the concept of going to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. We don't think about these things because guess what? We're not mad. That is the concept. But it has nothing to do with that. We're all going through our issues. We all have either trauma or some sort of issue that is affecting us. And these are the options that we have available. So we should use them, right? So to help men get the care they need, friends and family can learn the signs of male mental illness and ask questions when they see those signs. All right. Below are the 10 most common male mental health challenges that men may face. Number 1, anxiety. Now, anxiety in men manifests in various forms. We're talking about from worrying, from paralyzing fear, untreated anxiety jeopardizes men's mental well-being in their relationships and also affects their overall quality of life, right? So at least 14% of men will experience anxiety at some point in their lives. Now, what about me? I cannot tell you if I've ever had an experience of anxiety.
Really? I'm jealous.
What is anxiety? I've never had it before. Or did I have it and not know? I don't know.
What?
You've had anxiety before?
That's my whole life.
What? People on the live, people, men them out there, ladies out there, we want your views on this one because I've heard people say, "Oh my gosh, I have anxiety." And I don't know, is it like when you're going to like go and do public speaking and you're nervous?
No.
No?
And you would think that, but sometimes
'Cause
you
that's
just
nervous.
sitting down
You're
and
sitting
you
down
just start
and
you
something-
start to palpitate and you're like, what is going on? And it's after a long time you realize that
That was
there's an
anxiety?
attack though.
What is this? People, I'm gonna have to look up some of these stuff. I don't know. Men are so in the dark when it comes to emotional experiences. Listen to me. I am also included in this because I am learning here. Anxiety. I don't think I can ever. Like, I've never. Well, the thing is that we've never even sit down and talk to somebody. And for them to say, what are you feeling? Well, my heart will beat fast. I'm breathing heavily, blah, blah, blah. And then they're going to say, okay, that sounds like anxiety. We've never had that. So we've never had somebody define what we're going through. And that's crazy. But that's how I live my life. What's going on? All right, but I'm not sure about anxiety. Probably, it must have happened to me once in my life.
Maybe
but I can't recall because it hasn't been defined.
Yeah.
So that's number one, anxiety. You see what I'm trying to show you? Evidence of what the challenge that we are facing and going unnoticed. Anxiety. Number two,
Depression.
depression. Well, this one is more commonly used in conversation, but not by men. We still not say, yo, brother, I'm depressed. We don't take up those expressions because we don't even know what it actually means, right? Depression in men encompasses a spectrum from persistent sadness to life-altering despair. Now, early onset symptoms for men include irritability and aggression, physical pain, risk-taking, recklessness, and substance abuse. Oh, I mentioned some of these earlier.
Yeah.
Untreated depression is the leading risk factor for suicide in men. Approximately 9% of men had at least one major depressive episode in the past year. Wow. Wow.
Do you get depressed?
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't like to think so, but I would beg to agree that I've felt something that I would define as depression.
Mm-hmm.
The usual thing, I have a little relationship and it mash up. I think, the feeling after that might be depression, like I said, John, I wish it would work out or whatever. Or you did something like, as I said, recklessness, risk taking, aggression.
Are your pocket empty?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Not even pocket empty. But as I get the money done.
As you get the money done.
So, yeah, that is, listen to me. I used to save more than I save now. I may try to figure out why the math now maths. Like, the money I go faster these days. So sometimes you say, boy, you want to buy something, you don't have the money. And, I probably that feeling of not, being able to do what you want to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Can be, towards the depression side. But the thing with me though, I have a concept in my head to say, if I'm feeling down, I refuse to stay down. So,
So
I
you
try to
know
cheer
the
myself
jelly
up.
back then.
No, I wouldn't say, I don't think this part has the jelly back to it. It's more of an inner strength. So I tend to tell myself to, there's so much to be happy about or so much to be thankful for. So I try not to dwell in that feeling that I think would lead to depression. So I've been, I would assume, successful so far. But once again, people handle things differently. Some persons might not have that option or that practice or, to take that route. They might be going through depression right now And as a man, them go through it by themselves. They're not telling nobody. They're not willing to share. They're not willing to seek help. But people, look out for these signs, because these are one of the common mental health issues that men face, mental health challenges that they face. All right, so we have one, which is anxiety. Two, depression. Now we look at three, which is
anger and irritability.
Anger and irritability. All right, so now everybody kind of get this one straight out the bat. People, as I say, if you've experienced any of these, just drop your comments. Let me check on the Instagram live and the WhatsApp line. Carty says men internalize too much, and she said one of the phrases that we use towards the men is to say "man up." All right. Yeah. Well, as I say, men, we haven't been getting the opportunity to express, so we have to internalize. I mean, I can't recall. Probably I've had like, let's say I have about 7 relationships in the past, and I can't recall like probably 2 out of the 7. You'd have a female that says, talk to me. What's going on with you?
I feel like you're capping right now.
That's too much? That's a high number?
I mean, no, they don't ask that.
Woman, like them not check per man. As I say, it's a part of society, like them does. As I say, if you look at it, even on social media, it's pushed that, listen to me. Every woman come on social media and say, the man of you take care of them, the man of that, he's supposed to be her provider or safe space.
True, that's true.
But me not hear the ladies them turn around and say what they plan to do for the man.
When I take up some dolly, well, wouldn't make no tea if I'm sick.
No, but even that I'm saying, we're taking up dolly. Where are the ladies offering to make us tea? Where are those ladies?
I don't want them.
What? We're gonna look into that. But I'm telling you, it's strange. I think most of our lives, women, it's been said even now, women have been looked to as the princess. Princess treatment is the taking care of a woman, right?
Period.
Exactly. Now, I've heard ladies say, okay, she got a king in her life, but she just assumed that the kingdom takes care of the king, not her. You know what I'm saying? Life will take care of him. He might have him good job, say him alright. He might make him money. Like, that's how a lady talks about a king. She say, yeah man, him driving big car, him having big job. That's the king in her life. So how is she
the king
taking care of the king? And they don't ask that. They just assume that the king is alright. So really and truly, trust me, we don't have that medium available. So when we look at anger and irritability, I definitely see this on the streets. And I beg to tell you that I might feel that the taxi drivers are going through men's mental health challenges.
Yep.
No, because them ever angry, no man, always irritated, may I tell you. But though anger disorders are not typically classified as standalone mental health challenges, difficulties with managing anger can also overlap with and mask other mental health issues. Now, when we look at things like anxiety and depression, right? For some men, anger is the only negative emotion they feel comfortable showing. And because anger is usually tied in with some sort of physical force, they don't have any problem showing their physical aggression. Because it's manly to be aggressive. But if you ever find out why I'm aggressive over, you definitely see that it's nothing manly at all. Right? Bro, so you going for? Boy, look for me away. Bro, you need counseling. You need counseling, bro. That is not it. You cannot be so easily angered. Something is wrong. You can tell. The signs are there. Right? So you got to look out for these signs, people. And ladies, look out for the sign. Oh, I'm not run joke with him because he's mad. That is not safe, ladies. That is not safe. And there's something that's underlying there. So these are the signs that we need to be looking out for so we can know whether or not our loved ones or the men in and around your lives need some attention, need some help, need some counseling. All right? Or even a hug. Yeah. I look a whole hand, I look a pat on the shoulder, everything's gonna be all right. Or what's on your mind? Talk to me. A little avenue that they can share and express, right? We look to number 4, um, substance abuse disorders. Now, this one, just like anger and irritability, this one is a very popular option for most men. All right, men often grapple with substance abuse using alcohol or drugs to cope with stress and mental health challenges. Right?
Right.
What do we do at the end of a week? We go to the bar. Where you find most of them on them in the bar. Um, if you don't find them in the bar, they're on the ends. I drink a one drink, a bun one spliff. These are the avenues that men take, and some of them, as I said, the guys they don't, the ones that are not working or on the street corner, they find the time to burn a spliff. Cause guess what? That clear them meds according to them. The substance abuse is their avenue to cope. They're not going to say they're going through anything, though,
They're not going to say it.
Right. You see a man come here, yo, give me 5 beer one time. Like, what? You alright, brother? Yeah, man, I'm gonna mash up them, yeah. No, sir, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Right? We use all these macho terms to determine that, but it's really we're masking whatever is happening. Alright, so as our mental health is also included in the focus of non-communicable diseases, smoking tobacco, cigarette, weed, and drinking alcohol are critical to this expanded focus, as there is a significant relationship between alcohol misuse and mental health. So the more you see a person drinking, there's something affecting their mental health. The song itself even says it. I've been drinking more alcohol.
You have a song for everything? Yeah, man, there's a song for everything with you.
I'm not the person who write the songs, The world has enough songs that they apply to each and everything. All right? So, we should have lined up a song for the bother.
Because it is have them.
But yeah, that is one that really and truly everybody is singing and happy going and all these things. But if you listen to the song, the person has been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days and nobody's checking up on them. They're doing this as a sign it's a call for help, a cry for help. But nobody not check on them because it's a norm to have a drink. Yeah, man, drink and merry. But it's really, what we're using to grapple with these mental health issues, right? So now when we look at the abuse substances are also psychoactive substances, which means that they can affect how the brain works and causes changes in mood, awareness, thoughts, feelings, and or behavior. Now, chronic long-term use of these substances can lead to both short-term changes in the brain, which lead to mental health issues such as paranoia, depression, anxiety, aggression, or hallucinations. So basically, it's a cycle. You're going through a mental health issue, you go to substance abuse, which then leads you back to another mental health issue. So you know that alcohol cannot be the solution. All right? So people, we don't say it lightly, but we say drink responsibly for a reason. Not just because you're going to drink and drive and cause accident, but when persons drink too much, there are adverse effects on the brain, on how you express yourself, and also on your quality of life. Right? So, we pause right there and we're going to go to the break. It's about 7:30. And when we return, we're going to follow up with the other 6 points as we look at the 10 common men's mental health challenges. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.